Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, and welcome back to my channel, Mayta Here. Today, I am back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Became a Writer? Now, before continuing this, it is my own idea and it's unscripted, but the thing is that it was supposed to be a story. I kind of, in a flow of enjoying the idea, kind of ended up making it to a movie. Now, if you ask me, I will tell you that this is a great story, but I'll leave it to you to judge. It's a civilian Naruto story with his parents neglecting him a bit, but Naruto is a little bit mature in this one. And yes, he is the one who is the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi's soul as well. That is all I'm gonna spoil. And moving onwards, yeah, it's kind of getting late, and sorry for not uploading yesterday as well again. And as I mentioned before, I'm doing this for you guys because I love you guys, and yeah, without any further ado, let's begin with our today's movie. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, as you go towards the shinobi district in which a house stood out like a sore thumb in the midst of the clan compounds that were so huge that they contained a part of a huge chunk of the population of Konoha, as the said house only contained only 5 people. The current Hokage Minato Namikaze, his wife Kushina Uzumaki, the head of the Uzumaki clan, and their children, Manma Uzumaki Namikaze, Mito Uzumaki Namikaze, and one Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. As currently we see, Naruto was seated in the backyard as he was busy reading a book, The Tale of Kagutsu Ninja, written by his father sensei Jiraiya. As now we see, his siblings on the other side were training in the bright sun while he was under the shade, and they got pissed at this, especially Mito, who was a loudmouth. Seriously, Kachan, why are we forced to train and not Naruto? Enough, Mito. It is best if you train and leave Naruto out of this. It is not important that he trains, as Naruto had a small frown on his face at that, but he ignored it, as usually he did by now. You see, he was at the age of 8, and so were his siblings, as 8 years ago, a tragedy at their birth had happened. Their mother, who was the previous Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi no Yoko, was, well, attacked after giving birth, and the Biji was ripped out of her. Thank God, somehow by some miracle, she was able to survive that night. And in doing so, they were able to subdue the Biju again and also seal it away within them. Now, there was a secret that Naruto held from everyone within his family, that he communicated with the soul that was sealed within him of the Kyuubi. For you see, as soon as the soul of the Kyuubi was sealed within Naruto, his chakra coils were overloaded by the soul's rage and the limited chakra that he has left in his body. And since Naruto was an infant, this broke his chakra coils and stopped his abilities to use chakra. Or, if he tried to do so, he will cough blood instead of, well, using the chakra. And moving on to the secret, it was that Naruto has been communicating for the past 4 to 5 years with the Kyuubi, and they were now at least on the speaking terms. Since the Kyuubi didn't have anything better to do, it would now indulge in the kid's stories that he would read, and was quite amazed at how he was able to make up the stories of his own. You know, kid, you don't need to take it too hard. They are trying to train with my chakra that they have. Yeah, it's fine, Kurama. I don't mind at all right now. I can feel your emotions. They are distressed. You are hurt. Don't forget that I are, and you are, living in the same body, kid. It's nothing, okay? As after that, now we see Naruto closed the book and said, I'll be going inside, Kajan. Alright, Naruto, said Kushina without batting an eye. As now we see Naruto went inside as the evening passed on. As finally, Kushina and her 2 other children then went inside. Alright, everyone, good work today, and yes, we will start trading tomorrow again. Again? But tomorrow is academy. Is it now? Then you will begin your training once you get back home in the evening. For 2 hours you will do the regular exercise that I have taught you. How come Naruto always gets away with this? Enough, Mito. It will be explained to you. As now we see, Kushina then turned towards Naruto. And Naruto, why are you reading a book again? I don't have anything better to do, so I thought maybe I'm not mad at you for reading a book. I'm mad at you reading about chakra. I mean, it's not wrong about, learning it. I won't use it, I promise. I just mean to learn it, that's all. As long as you don't use it, okay? Yes, yes, I swear. Good. Your father will be home anytime soon. As that is when we see from the kitchen, Kushina's clone then came outside. The dinner is ready, boss. Alright, you can go now. As the clone poofed away. As now we see, with a yellow flash, Minato arrived, but alongside him was a guest, which brightened up Naruto's spirit. But that is when Naruto noticed that he had a serious expression on his face as well. Hey, Jiraiya-san, said Naruto respectfully. Oh, it's the pervert with him. Jeez, Kushina. At least one of your kids have Minato's respectful nature. Yes, of course he has. So, do tell, why are you here? Ouch, quite hurtful, aren't you today? Well, Kushina, Sensei's here because, well, it's about the prophecy, remember? The one we talked about. The one that you mentioned when when the children were born, right? What prophecy? Come on, out with it, said Mito, as Menma, who was the quietest one that spoke. We never talked about this. Yes, Menma, I know we didn't. As that is when we see, Jiradan said, looking towards Naruto and licking his lips, which were seemingly dry. How should I? Minato, how about you tell them? Okay, Sensei. I guess. Well, is that now it's time to bring the children of prophecy to train at Mount Miyamoku. It was Gamamoto-sama's order before he went to sleep. But what about the academy? We were supposed to go there. Well, not anymore. You and Kushina will be heading towards there, Mount Miyamoku, and I will follow shortly after I give the title to Hiruzen-sama again for the time being. What about me then? Said Naruto, as immediately Minato's gaze fell towards his son, who was seemingly invisible to him. Oh, uh, Naruto, I didn't see you there, son. I was standing here the whole time. You didn't thought about me, did you? He said, looking towards his father, as Kushina then said, Look, Naruto, we're sorry that this happened, but you must know that this is important. Why am I the always... Oh, am I the one always left behind? Am I not important? Hey, come on now, Naruto. That's not what Kachan's meant to say, said Mito, trying to cheer her little brother up. Even if she was annoying, she had a heart for her little brother. Yes, Naruto, you're not annoying. Or anything else. In fact, we love you, and you are a part of this family. Am I now, Nissan? I never have been a part of anything. Naruto, enough. Now is not the time. This is the problem, always. Each and every time. Why am I the one always getting silenced? Enough, I said Kushina, yelling out loud. As Naruto flinched, as Minato flinched as well. Kushina, calm down. He's asking about something that he feels quite sad about. Kushina, that is not how you treat children. I know, but he needs to grow up. I don't want to go through the same attack, or same trauma of losing almost my child. He can't be a shinobi. He needs to get... I don't want to be a shinobi. I want to be with my family. Can't I even do that? I don't have time for you, Naruto. Not now, at least. When will you have it? I don't know. As Naruto, with a quivering lip, then turned and left towards upstairs until he stopped. You guys can leave whenever you're ready. Listen, Naruto, wait, said Jiraiya as he began to move upstairs, and then halted, looking back towards everyone. What the hell is wrong with you two? Why are you so distant towards him? It's not what you think, Sensei. I honestly, Tochan. Kachan did this wrong, said Menma. This is not how it was supposed to be. Enough, you don't know. I know what I did. I don't have time for him right now. We need to make sure that these two are able to stably use the chakra. Kushina, I know the trauma that you have, but that doesn't mean that you're going to destroy your son's life and his trust on you. said Jiraiya. Yes, Kushi-chan, I think Sensei is right. You don't understand. That man vowed that he will be back. If he does, then Menman Mito could be targeted. So could be Naruto, Kushina, said Minato. He also possesses the soul. Soul doesn't matter. What matters is the chakra. That is what everyone is after, said Kushina. Alright, you know what? I'll go calm the kid. Why don't you guys start packing? As Menma and Mito were quite baffled at what was going on. Jiraiya-sensei, can we come too? Said Mito. Alright, you two, go pack. Leave this to me. Alright, sensei. As now we see, Naruto was sitting inside his room on the other side of the door after locking it up, and crying, while slumped down to the ground. Both of his hands were on his head, and tears were falling down freely. Why? Why always me? Don't I matter? Was he really not that important to them? To her? Listen, kid, I don't know what is wrong with her, but the way she acted is now how mother acts. Look, I'm not trying to, tell you, or tell you that you should go against your mother or whatnot, but that is certainly not how one should be treated. And listen, if anything, I usually don't say this stuff a lot, or more like ever, but I'm with you, okay? Here for you. Is that what they say? Yeah, thanks, Kurama, said Naruto, having some sort of consolences that there will be a companion with him throughout his life. And unbeknownst to Naruto, Kurama heard his thoughts, and he was happy indeed after hearing those words. Well, Tojan, I think I might have found a human that is worth living with, as you mentioned. But unfortunately, he is not the one that you told me about. As that is when there was a knock on the other side of the door. Naruto, it's me, Jiraiya. Can you open the door? I'm with Menman Mito. They wish to speak. Okay. As Naruto opened the door, as after he wiped the tears away, as Jiraiya and Menman Mito could tell that the boy was crying. His eyes were red now, basically. As Menman Mito didn't say anything, they just went near Naruto and gave him a tight hug. Remember, we're always your family. I don't know why our mother said those words to you, or why she acts towards you like this. Why don't they pay attention to you? But remember this, Naruto, we are with you, and we will find out why they're acting like this. Yeah, and we will change their way. By force as well if we have to. You two resemble your parents a lot when they were kids. Really? Said Menma. Yeah. Yes, kid. We all are here for you. Remember that. We don't know why Kushina and Minato are acting like this towards you, but I'm gonna find out. And trust me, once they get back, everything will be changed. In the meantime, if you wish to, I can ask the tours if you can live with us, and you will be arranged to. No, I don't want to disturb your training. It's fine. I'll be able to live here on my own. I know the ins and outs of the ceilings, but I think it would be better if I just move into an apartment. Apartment? Why there? When you have a home here, said Mito. Think about it, Neisan. There might be a chance that when Iwa Shinobi, realizing that the Kage-san is here, some child is living inside Kage's family, they might try to target me. And since I'm not a chakra cool kid like you, I might, get targeted or even, said Naruto, making a funny gesture that he might die. Never say that. Not even as jokingly, said Mito. I'll beat your ass if you do next time, okay? You're important to us. Yes. Never say that, Naruto, said Menma with a frown on his serious face. Alright then. Listen, as promised, I brought you some books again. Wow, really? Yeah. And I brought you something else to keep you occupied. How about you write a book on your own, Naruto? And when it's finished, tell Hiruzen-sama, my sensei, and he will send it to me. And if I like it, I might even get it published. Are you sure? Yes, of course, why not? That is certainly interesting and would keep you occupied, Naruto. Write your own book. Okay, I guess. As after that we see, Naruto accepted the gift, his first blank book, and not only that, his ink and his pen in which he was gonna use to write that. As after that, he said farewell to everyone. As soon as they left for Mon Miyaboku, Naruto requested Hiruzen-sama to move into an apartment. An apartment? Said Hiruzen is sitting inside the Hokage office 2 days after the departure, and in front of him was the youngest of the Uzumaki Namikaze family who was left behind. Why, Naruto-kun? Well, GG, it's because, it will be safe. I mean, think about it. If any of my parents' enemies try to attack and whatnot. You give sound reasoning. Alright. I'll give you an apartment far away from the clan compounds to keep you safe. You will be given the name Naruto Uzumaki. Okay. That'll be great since nobody ever saw me, I guess. Yeah, that is true. Alright. You'll be living there from now on, Naruto. And if anything bothers you or anyone bothers you, do let us know. Especially me. I will. As after that we see Naruto moved into a new apartment. What do you think, Kurama? It was a single bedroom apartment with a kitchen and a washroom, and that was all. Naruto saw that there was a study table there as well. I guess it's kind of cozier than your room. Yeah, I guess. So, what do you think? Let's begin reading. I do tend to enjoy the content that humans have begun to write. This fictional one. I think I should write my own, but I'm kind of scared if, it's kind of just a floozy tale or something. Every tale starts as a floozy tale, kid. The more you expand into it, the more better it gets. You really think so? Yeah. As now we see, Naruto, after gaining a bit of confidence and thinking for a whole month, then finally opened the blank book and began to write with his pen. A few months later, we see a story. A story about a child who was neglected and abandoned. He was a prince of a country, though, but his fate was much worse. You see, in that country, everyone was born with a mark that signified their class and level of power that they possessed. Power so immense over an element that they could bend it to their will. But the poor boy, the prince, was born without an element, and hence he was seen as a disgrace of the family. His sisters and siblings liked him, tried to help him, but the queen and the king, they always ignored him, saw him as some sort of pest, a mistake that needs to be kept hidden. Although they tried their best, but they couldn't hide it forever. And one day, a war broke out with another kingdom. And during that war, the poor prince found a way to escape and went on a journey. He met a lot of mages and people of all kinds and races, and through them he was able to learn why he was born without a mark, in a world where marks matter more than life, because he himself had a mark on his heart to command each and every element at his bare will, and he began to learn and master each and every element that ever existed, whether it be water, earth, fire, lightning, or even ice, or sand. Each and element, every element was mastered, and once he returned, he took back his kingdom and freed his siblings as well as his parents from the prison. And after doing so, he became the king. And it was revealed to everyone that he had a mark over his heart, the mark of pride, the one that allowed him to become a proud and strongest king in the whole world. And his empire began to grow as his siblings became his generals, who were now completely loyal to him and was working hard. If anything that didn't change was his relationship with his parents, because now it was the other way around. They were asking for his forgiveness, while he remained cold and immune towards them, because he knew that they saw him as a mistake, and now, once he was not that, but in fact something gold, even from that, he knew that they were just chasing after his power. And this was the story that Naruto came up with. A book more than filled with 300 pages. And he gave it the title, The One Without the Mark. And as soon as it was given to Jiraiya, after Hiruzen read it, he gave a recommendation to the publication company. And once Jiraiya read it himself, within months, Jiraiya got it published. And as soon as it hit the shelves, people with curiosity began to read it, and rumors began to spread, and more copies were spread out, unbeknownst to Naruto, who was busy writing another novel of his. As now we see, news got so far ahead that one day while Naruto was, well, out in the library to look at the new arrivals in the Konoha, he saw that a huge crowd was there. What the hell? Why is there a huge crowd there? I don't know, child. Normally that place is almost barren and empty. Yeah, that is what I'm saying about. Only a few given people ever read books. Except for, Jurassic Icha Tactics. Ugh, don't call even that literature. The story that you created and wrote. What was it called? The one with the marks? Yeah, the one without the mark. Yeah, that one is a great story. Wait, said a feminine voice. You know about that story? The one without a mark? Oh, yeah. Why do you ask that? Who are you again? Do I know you? Ah, I get it. You're Mito's brother, right? I'm her friend. My name is Ino Yamanaka. Nice to meet you. Oh, hey, son, I saw you at our home, I guess. Yeah, but I thought that you left with your family. Oh, yeah, I remained behind. But what were you saying again about the book, the one without the mark? Yeah, it's a new sensei, and it's first publication, and his name is kept hidden though. And the writer Jiraiya, who is also a Sanin, knows that writer, and has decided to give him the full credit for this. But he won't reveal the name of the writer. Wait, what? What do you mean? Um, did he publish the story? So he really did publish the story and kept his promise to you, kid. What does this mean, Kurama? I thought he was just gonna read it, if anything, and return it to me. I didn't know he was gonna publish it. I told you the story was great. Even I enjoyed reading it. Huh, are you insane? That story is quite in right now. Not only every generation is reading it. The civilians, the shinobis, even the clan heads are reading it. It's kind of a hot cake item right now. Wait, what? How many are sold? From the last numbers I received, more than 1 million copies were sold. Wait, what? 1 million? And what is the price of one book? That would be 800 ryus each. As Naruto then fell to his knees. 800 ryus for a book. Damn it. Whoa. Are you okay? Yeah, I think I should go home, I guess. Nice meeting you anyways. As now we see, Naruto headed straight towards Hiruzen's office. This is so bad. I did not knew this was gonna happen. Why not, kid? This is a great story and you should be happy as a writer. I'm embarrassed, Kurama. I never thought that my first story, which was, kind of childish and, me being angry at my parents would be this much of a hit. As now we see, Naruto, as soon as he entered inside the Hokage office, there were elders there. As Naruto about, greetings, elders. Hokage-sama. Ah, young Naruto. The great aspiring and upcoming author. Author? What do you mean? Said Homura. He's the one who wrote the fictional story. The one that is in right now. The one without the mark. I even got the copy. I'll let you in on a secret, everyone. I was the first one to ever read it, because I was the first one to receive it. Wait, so you mean to say he's the one who wrote this? Impressive, said Donzo. I am impressed by your writing skills, young man. I normally don't read fictional literature, but I must say I am rather impressed and looking forward to your next work. As after that, Donzo and the other two elders left, after singing praises of him. By Homura and Koharu. As Naruto was left shocked, and so was Hiruzen somewhat. I must say I'm rather impressed by the praises that you have gotten from the elders. But it was a praiseworthy story about a prince I see. I think I know that Prince Naruto. As Naruto finished, I gotta admit, Hiruzen-sama, it was kind of me venting out, what happened, but in my own way. I know, my child. And that was a great story, I guess. Did they? Unfortunately, they are not aware. I told Jiraiya to keep it a secret from them. Let's wait and see how their reaction is going to be once they find out that you're a famous writer now. An author, Naruto. A great title to hold. Not many people can sway people with their pen, and you were able to do that. Keep up the good work. But, wait, I was here actually to say, why did he publish the story? It was a great story and needed to be published. I enjoyed it. I usually don't read even fiction. This was my first book, and out of curiosity, I began to read it, hoping to give up within 10 to 20 pages, but I got so hooked that within 2 days I finished the whole book. And I was impressed by myself, and by your creativity. And because of that, I gave Jiraiya the green light. I, I see. Do not worry, an account under your name has been opened as N Sensei, and the payment that you will get, all the royalties will be given to you. Jiraiya has just set it up, and as the toad appeared, oh, look at here, your checkbook as well as your card arrived, from which you can retrieve your money. And this is your balance sheet, Naruto, to check how much money you have. Thank you, Toad-san. As after that, the toad disappeared. As Naruto opened it, as his eyes widened, you became the richest kid possibly right now, Naruto. Laughed out Kurama, as Naruto was almost passing out. 10, 10 billion views, and 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 the sale is 10 million copies. Impressive sales. I did not knew 10 million copies were sold across the elemental nation. It seems everyone is in on this. Every single person. As Hiruzen did not knew how right his hit mark was hit. From people like Akatsuki to even Orochimaru was reading his books. And his book was given to those who were brought in to Yamanaka Center to bring them out of depression as well. So Naruto thought for a bit. Listen to me, kid. I know what you are thinking, and I'm gonna just add a few words of mine. You don't need to listen to them if you don't want to. But I think you should continue on doing this job. Think of it. The more books you publish, the more fame you will get. You have a way with the pen to express your feelings and your emotions and story in such a way that people are blinded by that. The very first book was the example of that. If it's a fluke, you will find it out. And if it's not, you can go ahead and let your creativity roam free. Not many people have that talent. What you have. Anyone can be a shinobi nowadays, but not everyone can be a writer, and such a great one at pure caliber and potential. As after that we see, Naruto then decided, fine, I think I might become a writer. You already are, my boy, said Jiraiya. Now go ahead and start. As Hiruzen was the one who gifted him his second book, I'll bring you a great story. As after that, Naruto wrote a heartbreaking story about a clown who made others laugh while his life was living hell. It was filled with light moments, laughing ones, but in the end it was emotional. So emotional that it would even bring the tears out of Kaguya Otsutsuki herself, even if it has to. And once it hit the shelves, let's just say, the whole elemental nation was crying. And one question was on everyone's, tongue. Where the hell is N Sensei and where he came from? One after another, two books that were worldwide hits and sailed record-breaking sales. As Naruto was quite shy about it, as Hiruzen was now calling the whole council for this, because the whole council was pretty much hyped up if after finding out that it was the N Sensei, the legendary N Sensei, who lived amongst them. As Naruto was then brought into the council chamber, hey everyone, esteemed council members from the shinobi side and the civilian side, elders and Hokage-sama. Sorry about if I sound a little nervous. It's just out of the blue I was called here. Did I do something wrong? As Mibuki Haruno, the leader of the civilian council, then stood up. Hokage-sama, I thought we were going to meet the N Sensei. This boy right here is Zen Sensei. I have the original copies here, both of them, and it is his handwriting. As many didn't believe that, but after Naruto wrote it down and the professional checked it, it was confirmed out. It's impressive that such a young mind was able to bring out such stories of emotions. Well, I since can't use chakra, the only thing I could do was read, so I read about a lot of books, and somehow was able to come up with a complex story like this about a clown. I mean, how sad their life is, always struggling and whatnot, trying to make others laugh while hiding their tear behind their smile. A beautiful concept nonetheless. One that shows that not everything is as it seems with a person and their state of mind. This book is, as it said, a heart touching one. Naruto, you have done it again, my boy, and I hope to see more of your work in the future. But that was not all. The rumor from the civilian council began to spread in the whole village, and as soon as it hit the whole village, one Ino Yamanaka also found out about this. Well, one Monday morning, while Naruto was getting groceries from a nearby store, she grabbed him and dragged him into an alleyway. What is going on? You. You knew about this, didn't you? Naruto? Or should I say An Sensei? Son, what do you mean? It was you all this time along. And you lied to me, on my face. You could have told me that it was you who wrote this. Honestly, just tell me. Would you have believed me if I said that? No, but at least you could have told me. It wouldn't have worked, as you said. And can you keep it down? I need to get onto my apartment. You're too close, said Naruto, blushing almost. What if I am? Am I not hot? As Naruto blushed. I think so. You are pretty, and as Naruto blushed and almost was close to passing out because of his introvert personality. As this time it was Ino's turn to blush. Oh, I see. So you have a crush on me then? Uh, no. So you don't like me? Maybe, yeah, I do. So you have it. I don't know. How about we find out on a dinner date? Okay, I guess. A date it is then. As after that, Ino left. Wait, what? that kid played. That girl played you like a fiddle, kid. You're going on a date with her now. I think you might have found the right one for you. What? As this was going on, we go towards Orochimaru, who was in deep thought after reading these two books. I need to know about this writer. This author has published two books, and both of them, in their own genre and field, have raw emotions in them, and quite complexity of life. I need to know who in Konoha is born with such a mind state. While in Akatsuki we see that Kaguya Otsutsuki through Zetsu was reading these books as well. Zetsu. If a new book of this author does arrive, do let me know. Mother, I will. And Zetsu, what do you think of this character, the prince? I think he has gone through quite a lot, Mother. He certainly has, and he deserves his throne, which he rightfully owns. While on the other side we see the other members of the Akatsuki were also resonating with this, in their own way. One example was Obito Uchiha, who would never admit to any of this in front of anyone and would just say and yell that it's just a waste of time. Being the fake mother as he was, this attitude was also fake because underneath it he was interested. And once he read about this, he realized that it was like someone wrote about his life. How he always was kind of like a joker to make the girl he loves laugh while she didn't love him back. And he had to hide his tears when she died. She couldn't even see them. And neither could the guy who killed her. As now we see, in Kumogakure and even in Eva, everyone was in a different mood. These books are amazing, I must say, but don't you think that there's some sort of genjutsu being used since the author is from Konoha? Uh, I'm afraid to say, sir, but your speculations are wrong again. There is no such genjutsu on it. As everyone wanted to know now, where the hell and who the hell is En Sensei? Even now, Naruto's own parents, who accidentally read his second book, The clown who hides his tears behind a smile. This is amazing. Who wrote it, Sensei? I never knew that Konoha had such an author. It's Naruto. What? Said Minato as his smile fell as Kushina's eyes widened. Naruto? What about him? How is it? How even is he? You don't need to worry about him. He's doing fine. It's only been a year, and I'm amazed that he was able to publish two groundbreaking books, shaking the world of writers and authors in itself. The very foundation has been changed by him. Your boy has wrote two books, these two, and they are a must-read of mine. And I'm currently aware that he's writing on a idea that he should write a third one. We never knew that Naruto liked writing. We never knew anything about him, Kushina. Minato. Only Menman knew few things, and that is only because you allowed them to have a spare time to play with their brother. As Menman Mito looked down at the book that was now published and now in their hands, written by their brother, who was the famous N Sensei. I'm so gonna make him make a story on me. I guess you would do that, Mito, said Menma. As Kushina and Minato were impressed, way beyond impressed, so much so that they begin to read his stories, and they begin to realize that pretty much the first one was like upon them. We need to go back. We need to speak with him, said Kushina. I know. Let's read the second and finish up as fast as we can. It will take years, Minato. I know, but we are here for a reason. We can't just turn back now. Can't we? I'm sorry, Kushina, but we can't. As after that we see time begin to pass by, as Naruto and his siblings reach at the age of 13. As many years have gone by since Naruto has moved out and was now living in his own apartment that he has purchased instead of renting or being rented out by Konoha in the elite section of Konoha. As now we see, Naruto was soon going to sell it even out as he was packing his stuff, as Hiruzen was there alongside the elders. Are you sure about moving to the land of fire, Naruto? Yes, it will be great if I am living near my publication company. I am about to publish the fifth book of mine. During the course of the year, Naruto was writing, and everyone was anticipating his third and fourth book. And those two were the continuation of one another. And those books were about a boy who changed the face of the shinobi world. The Child of Prophecy was the book's name, and he named the boy after himself, Naruto, the protagonist. And that book was the best seller in the whole elemental nation, to the point that Daimyo wants to meet the boy who wrote this book. Just because he took the context from the previous daimyos, they wanted their names to be in it, as part of those people who interacted with the hero. But as usual, Jiraiya hid Naruto well behind the name of N-Sensei and whatnot. And right now, Naruto was safe, and his fifth book, which was the final part of this, the end of the trilogy, was soon going to be published. Well, I am anticipating that one. But we are sad to see that you are leaving. Well, I have to move on someplace. Yes, you have to. I guess. You're no longer a child. I'm glad to see how far you have come. Yeah, I guess so. As Naruto was wearing a orange hoodie with a black shirt, with black shinobi pants and black civilian sandals. As Naruto then said, well, it was fun living here amongst, people of Konoha and this village. It'll always be closer to me. But I have to move because of my work now. Thank you for everything. Yes, and make sure you keep in touch, Naruto, and always visit once in a while. Yeah, I will. As now we see after the old people left, we see someone came downstairs in a shinobi gear, wearing purple clothes that were a little bit quite alluring, with fishnet. As she then said, seriously, old people talk way too much. I couldn't even speak to you. And now we have little to no time. Oh, hey, Ino-chan. As Ino gave Naruto a kiss as soon as she arrived. You see, a lot of things happened in these years, and one of them was Naruto beginning to date Ino. Their first date was success, and after that, what followed suit was events of dates until they became a serious thing. And from the serious thing, Naruto has given her a ring that she wore around her neck, and so did Naruto. As Naruto then said, I'm gonna miss you there. Who says I can't visit? And yes, I am thinking of leaving this work as well. Are you are you serious? But I thought that you wanted to be a top Konomichi. Who cares? I don't want anything like that. If you're not here, I guess. I want to be with you, Naruto. But what about your dream, That is my dream. Us having a family, our children laughing around us, and we spending time in peace. Then come with me. I will, but I can't right now. Shooting exams and whatnot. After they're settled in, I will follow you. Just give me an year or so, okay? I guess. Ah, you look quite sad. Obviously I am. I mean, I'm leaving you behind and my home. Yeah, I guess it is. I guess if anyone it is, Ichi-sama who will be happy. Don't worry about my dad. Everything is, well, always over with him. Overacting and like that. Don't worry about him. I'll be there in a jiffy. Yeah. And so Naruto moved into the land of fire, while on the other side, Menma, Mito, Minato, and Kushina, and Jiraiya, within a week, were now back in Land of Fire as well, heading straight towards Konoha, as he got a letter. Oh, change of plan, guys. We are gonna stay here for a bit, because a guest is coming that I need to, well, meet and settle him in. Who is coming? Naruto. What? Said Minato and Kushina. What do you mean? He's coming over here. Why? I don't know. He's here to meet his publication company, maybe. And so now we see, within 2 days, Naruto arrived at the Land of Fire. And there he was met with Hoshiro-san, who was the head of the, well, publication company that Jiraiya owned. And not only that, he was also, well, in charge of watching over Naruto's publications. He met with Naruto and brought him to the apartment that he has bought. It was like a top suite that watched over the whole Land of Fire capital. As now we see, Minato and Kushina, alongside their children, and Jiraiya were brought there by Hoshiro-san after they met up. Damn, Hoshiro, I did not know you were doing this well. You sly dog. It's not mine, Jiraiya-sama. It's Naruto-sama's. Naruto's? Yeah, he's the one who bought it and moved here, near us. Because it is convenient for us to, make sure that his novels, which are like hotcakes, and even the shinobis are now given missions to steal the very first copy of Don't Get Stolen. As Jiraiya then met with Naruto. Oh, hey everyone. I cooked dinner for everyone. Sit in. No, Naruto. Oh, hey Ka-chan, Do-chan, Menma-ni-san, Mito-ni-san. Naruto was stopped as he was given a tight bear grip hug by his sister and brother, who have not seen him in course of years. You have grown, Naruto. So have you. Why are you acting like this? I mean, I am happy to see you, said Naruto, wiping away his own stray tears while keeping a smile and calm demeanor. Why did you move here, son? Away from Konoha. It's because of my work. I mean, I kind of found my own way around, as you said I should, so yeah, I'm here. But you could have lived in Konoha with us. Yeah, but I was living in the apartment and then I bought an apartment there and then I sold that one to move here. How much did it even cost it, Naruto? Said Jiraiya. Oh, nothing much. It's 100 million ryus. 100 million, Naruto? That's quite a lot, said Minato. Well, talking about Naruto's, well, bank, he's quite rich. One of the richest, or maybe the only richest author ever to exist, only by writing 4, soon to be 5, saw 5 books. The trilogy is going to be completed, said Mito. Yes, I just sent in for the publication of the third book, the final part. Don't spoil the ending for me, okay? I won't, Mitone-san. Son, I I need to speak with you alone. We can go to the terrace of this. And so, the terrace area, which was also acting like a balcony to watch over everywhere in fresh air, was then used. As Minato and Kushina were there, while Menma and Mito and Jiraiya were exploring the apartment that was so huge that it could be its own clan compound, main house in a sort. We need to talk about what happened when we left. It's alright, I moved past them. Being our author, I have found a way to express my emotions. And not only that, I have also studied emotions. And in doing so, I realized that a person who is in peace with him and not living in the past or in the future what ifs, but living in the present is the man who is truly at peace and relaxed. And that is what I am, the person who is living in the present. So, what has happened has happened. There's nothing we can do to change about that. You don't hate us? Why should I? There's no reason for me to hate you. We ignored you, Naruto. We we didn't give a damn about you. You should hate us. Why? What will that get me? Nothing. Those moments that have I lost in the past are lost. They're not gonna get recovered or something. Even if you were right, Naruto. Are you not mad at us? No, seriously, I'm not. I'm happy to see you. And my siblings, said Naruto with a smile. I know I made you stop, I wanted you to see that I am doing well. Well, and you don't need to worry about me. As Minato and Kushina did realize that they never did. And this was the politest way of them saying that if you didn't care before, now is not the time to start caring. So you shouldn't care, even now. As Minato and Kushina then said, you can't do this to me. I have so much making up to do. There's nothing to worry about. What happened, happened. Let bygones be bygones. Live in the present and see forward to the future. Because today is a present, and the future is a surprise, said Naruto with a smile on his face. As after that we see the next day the fifth book published, and as soon as it did, all world was up in a storm, and within a single hour the whole copies and first batch was out of stock. And within evening the second batch that was given was out of stock. And this continued on for a whole damn month until everyone had one of their own copies. As Naruto then said, I have a gift for both you, as well as you, Jiraiya-sama. Can you give this to Hiruzen-sama as well? And to Ino-chan. Ino? Yeah, Ino Yamanaka. Wait, you know Ino-chan? We're kind of dating. You're dating Ino-chan, said Mito. Yeah, the girl who's blonde hair from Yamanaka clan loves purple. Yes. Daughter of Inoichi Yamanaka. Yes. Wow. How did that happen? I need to know. You can ask her, I guess. It was kind of weird, but I'm glad it did happen. More like she hit it on you before you hit on her. I guess so, Kurama. Wait, you've already been quiet about this. Not my place to speak in. You know that, kid. Yeah, I guess so. As after that we see, his family left with quite a shock-filled expression that Naruto was slightly bothered what happened in the past. Are you sure you're not bothered? I mean, I kind of forgave them, but I couldn't forget what they did. So you can say that I haven't forgotten what has happened. But I need to make peace with myself and not live with past-filled hatreds, Kurama. It won't be good for my work if my mind is continuously running the thoughts of them hating me and always berating me. I needed to confront them, and I already did, in my own way. Ah, so this is the famous sensei. Or should I say Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze? Said a masked person who was standing there. Who are you? I am a fan. Who is here? After reading your new edition, A Child of Prophecy. And I have a question. Yes, anything. Come inside. Are you sure, kid? He is dangerous. and he gives me this odd vibe that I might have seen him. I don't like this one bit. Neither do I, Kurama, but what can I do? I'm powerless over here. Just like that. No tricks, huh? What can I do? I'm not capable of using chakra. So, no point in trying to, fight it. If you're here to kill me, you will kill me and be on your way either way, so what is it that you want? How did you know about this plan? What plan? The plan that you call the one that is the eye of the moon. The moon eye plan? Yes. It's just made up. It can't even work. I mean, think about it. It's stupid. How would how would even this work in real life? What do you mean it doesn't work? It can work. It's chakra. It's about elemental nation, isn't it? Of course it is, but it wouldn't work. I mean, it doesn't make sense. To power up this huge, powerful genjutsu that is trapping the whole world, how would this even work? I mean, the villain doesn't even have that much of a chakra. Even if he's an immortal, at one point his chakra will run out and he will be at chakra exhausted. I have read about chakra like books. I know about this. And then there are two possibilities left. Either everyone within the tree, their chakra is consumed and they die, or the world tree that is consuming the chakra from the earth itself and killing it slowly. But there's the other outcome that I wrote. There is a mastermind behind this. Someone from away from our planet itself. That could be possible. That is right. I never thought about that. Yeah, I guess you didn't. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. Well, it was kind of weird, for you to come up here just for a silly explanation about a story that I wrote. That is not a silly story, young writer. You don't even know what you are talking about, what you were able to write. Now, how do I know that? Because of my dojutsu, I was able to tell that you're not lying to me. I'll be leaving. As soon as the person left, a news spread out that Inamegakure, the whole village from underground, was destroyed. And there was a huge hole now within the village. Turns out there was a fight within an organization known as Akatsuki. All of its members was turned against one, but the one turned out to be quite a powerhouse in its own right. But even in the end, both of the parties were ended up killing one another because of the mere fight that they held. But the report was that some of the party members were able to survive, and the majority ones who died were only one person's and his copies like clones, but solid ones. Zetsu. As now we see, Naruto was quite shocked to hear about this and to see the picture of the person who did this. Kurama, look. I know, kid, I'm seeing this. That's the person that came here last night. I told you something was off about him. Yeah. And soon after, Naruto began to follow the story that he was in fact in reality Obito Uchiha. And Naruto began to search by requesting Jiraiya who he was. And after he found out, he began to write a story on him. And within a few months, Obito, while in prison, by his sensei and Kakashi pleading to let him live, was then on his sentence for 25 years and was given a book as a gift. Obito Uchiha, a gift from you, from Naruto Uzumaki. A gift. As he opened the book to see that it was a book tailored the boy who saw the good and the evil, and was on both sides. And as soon as he read throughout the book, he began to cry. It was his life that was explained in his own fictional way. A little bit exaggerated, but it was not off the mark. Thank you, I guess. Silly way to console me by writing a story. And the funny thing Obito found out about was that it was completely free, and only 100 copies were ever made. And they all were auctioned off, and the rest of the money was given to the orphanages across the whole elemental nation. And this gesture won the hearts of millions of his fans that were already his loyal fans. Orochimaru-sama, I have acquired, as you mentioned, one book, 3 100 million ryus were spent on this. And for a good cause as well. There won't be any more Kabuto Yakushis created. As Kabuto remained quiet, because he himself loathed himself for what he was. And in reality, he kind of agreed with Orochimaru. Their world was better placed without any more Kabuto Yakushis and Orochimaru. I must say, this one Arthur, whoever he is and wherever he is worth meeting. And that wasn't all. This book became popular with the other villages and nations as well, to the point that Konoha was now in a Kage summit that was held, and they were again this year requested to allow and Sensei to have a meet and greet in a huge arena in the land of fire. But the land of iron agreed, since it was a neutral land, that they had the biggest arena and he should host a meet and greet there. And Naruto was quite nervous after agreeing to this. As soon as he entered, he was there for a whole week. As each and every day for a whole week, people lined up to meet with him, get his signatures, as well as to just speak with him, or just talk with him. As the world began to realize that it was a 14-year-old boy who was behind these mastermind of stories, a trilogy, and stories that were so emotional and heart-touching that even it brought the tears to the hardest of hardest shinobi's eyes. And there amongst the people were a group of people whose skin was pale white and ash-ish, and they were wearing white robes, completely hiding themselves. I must say, I am one of your fans. You might be the only mortal that might have changed my view on this world and the way the life works here. Thank you, sir. What is your name? Otsutsuki. Ishiki Otsutsuki. Ah, nice to meet you, Ishiki-san. Here you go. From Naruto, thank you for purchasing my book and being a fan. As after signing the book, Ishiki took it. A prized possession nonetheless. When will be your next edition coming in? Oh, I'm working on a trilogy again. A new one. I might have some ideas if you're willing to listen. Oh, seriously? Yes. We can meet after this meet and greet, on Monday. You come to this apartment and we will speak. I'll be delighted to. As after he left, we see Naruto didn't see him for the whole week. As after a whole week, a bunch of people arrived. As one of them then sat down, while the two of them were standing. They were quite odd, as Kurama then said, Kid, they don't feel nice to me. They're overpowerful, hiding their chakra. They're strong. Be very careful. Alright, Kurama. I understand. So, Ishiki Otsutsuki-san, right? Yes. What can I do for you? I have to give you some information. You see, we are not from this world. The chakra that you humans use is something that belongs to us. Our mission was to come here and retrieve it, but our partner who was here before, the one whose children spread the chakra you call the sage or whatnot, she told us about you, and we investigated about you. And what we have found is something that is quite interesting, and something leaving this world worth leaving alone for. And hence we have, as the world says, are your fans, and have this to give you. These are our ideas, said Momoshiki, as he revealed himself. I'm Momoshiki, by the way, and this is Kishiki, and these are our servants. Oh, nice to meet every one of you. Now listen carefully, Naruto. We want you to specifically write the story for us, and if we like it, we might leave this world alone, forever. But we will be your fans, and will come for more content, I see. Okay. You have 3 months. Okay, I guess. I can do this. As for first whole month, Naruto after that was in great stress. How was he gonna write a story that in which the whole world's fate relied upon? Kid, you need to calm down. This is bizarre. We have to ask for others to help. You can't do this on your own. No. Nobody's gonna believe this. You think anyone will? That is quite hard to believe, I guess. Okay. Wait. I know, said Naruto, getting an idea. So he began to write on it. As after a 2 month mark hit, and the 3 months completed, we see Ishiki and his groups arrived. We are here for your book that you wrote for us. As Naruto presented with in front of them only a book that was made with 30 pages, such a small book for us. Is it not finished? No, it is. Are you making fun of us? No. We gave you the ideas that was this much of a bundle, he said, extending his hands. And this is not even the half of it, or quarter of it. I know, but you can read it. You do know we can read within a second, right? I dare you won't. Each and every one of you will read it for hour to no end. As after that we see Ishiki took this challenge and began to read that content of the book. As he began to read, it took him an hour. As after finishing it, he gave it to the next person. As all of them read, and it was already night time instead of the sunrise. As more than 10 hours had passed. It's kind of magnificent that such a complex book was written by you. It took us almost an hour to realize what it all really meant. I knew that since you were beings that were not humans, and since you were kind of, ancient, I had to write something that would be able to satisfy you. And this is the best I could give. Now I know it might not be up to par of what you might have thought of me, but I beg of you, please, don't harm this planet. If anything, I am the one to blame. Kid, you don't have to. Nonsense. This is more than what we anticipated. I must say I am disappointed that it is quite short, but I am immensely surprised and happy that it is complex and quite entertaining for us. And as promised, this world is spared because of you, Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze. But do remember, we will come to see just what you are creating, because we tend to enjoy reading your work. As fast as we can read it, that is. Thank you. Thank you very much. Come on, everyone. As Momoshiki also gave him a gift. This is a chakra fruit. Take this. It will heal you and your capability of using chakra. I don't need it. Seriously? I thought everyone in this world respected chakra and power. I already have what I need. Thank you. If this not, then this. As the chakra fruit then morphed into a red ruby. This is something that is quite precious. It is a royal gem of our world. One that is also acting as a defense armor. You can keep it with you and keep it safe. It is a gift from Otsutsuki clan to you, indicating that you're one of our friends. Thank you. Thank you very much, Momoshiki-san. Well, farewell, Naruto, said Ishiki as him alongside the everyone else then disappeared. What the hell just happened? You wrote a book for an ancient civilization, not from this world, and they were entertained by it. And they left this world alone because of you, Naruto. That is what happened. I mean, I do know what happened, but did I really just do that? I think you did. I think you did. As after that, time passed as Naruto reached at the age of 15 and Chunin exams ended in Konoha. And the very next day there was a knock on the door. As soon as Naruto opened, Ino jumped into his arms. As Naruto and Ino soon after that, within a year, got married. And Ino moved into that apartment after quitting being a Konoichi and a Chunin. As the world was in peace, as everyone was aware of who Naruto was, and always was anticipated of his new work. But more than that, there was a race unaware of everyone who was waiting and anticipating his work. The Otsutsukis, who has vowed that they were friends of Naruto, and because of them being his friend, they won't hurt this planet, and would prey on the others. I'm afraid much worse for the others. Well, this one was spared. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on my Polo Uchiha channel as well. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!